The Kenyan economy recorded an average growth of 5.4% for the first 3 quarters of 2019, compared to an average of 6.0% in a similar period in 2018. The stubborn growth was blamed on slowdown in agricultural activities due to poor weather, which choked agricultural production, and decreased output in transport and electricity activities due to the rise in prices of fuel and insufficient long rains in the first and second quarters, respectively. Treasury Honkos painted a rosy picture in 2020 on account of improved rainfall and improved macroeconomic stability. But that was then. In the last quarter of 2019, a new crisis was boiling in China, the world's second largest economy and a leading trading partner for Kenya. The coronavirus shattered the Chinese economy before snowballing into a global crisis in March, when the World Health Organization classified the virus as a global pandemic, urging world leaders to redirect their energies towards battling the crisis. Countries reacted by closing their borders, banning foreign visitors, while investors paused their investment decisions.
The whole government should mobilize the whole society and making the response every citizen's business. If we do that, we can push back on this virus. We can be successful in the containment strategy.
When Kenya reported its first case of the virus, the country went into a panic mode.
All persons who have come into Kenya in the last 14 days must self-quarantine. If any person exhibits symptoms such as cough or fever, they should present themselves to the nearest health facility for testing.
The government imposed a dusk to dawn curfew. Foreign visitors were banned, while inter-county travels in 5 regions were prohibited. The biggest casualties were tourism, hospitality industry, and trade. In 2019, tourism earnings grew by 3.9% to 164 billion shillings as arrivals defied terror threats and global geopolitics to remain above the 2 trillion mark.
This COVID pandemic, fellow Kenyans, is not only a health crisis, but it is also fundamentally an economic crisis. Jobs have been lost, businesses have had to close, and the economy is generally on a go-slow.
The coronavirus pandemic is likely to have a major impact on the economic growth, not only in the year 2020, but in the years ahead. And according to statistical evidence from various quarters, the Kenyan economy is likely to register its weakest growth in more than 15 years, or worse, sink into a painful recession. In 2019, tourism earnings grew by 3.9% to 163.6 billion shillings as arrivals defied threats and global geopolitics to remain above the 2 million mark. The horticulture industry nosedived as demand for products shrank. The sector that earned the country 147 billion shillings in 2019 is now struggling to even hit the 100 billion shillings mark in 2020. By the end of April, the sector reported losses running into 8 billion shillings, while close to 50,000 jobs have been lost due to the virus. The Kenya Revenue Authority was hoping to collect 1.9 trillion shillings in the current fiscal year. However, in the 6 months to December 2019, KRA collection was 88 billion shillings behind target. In a budget policy statement tabled in April this year, Treasury told lawmakers that by the end of March, the tax collector was facing a 250 billion shillings collection hole, and the figure is likely to hit 400 billion shillings due to the impact of the COVID-19.